What is up, guys? In today's video, we'll be covering something a little controversial in the Bronco world. But before we dive into that, I would just like to ask you guys to subscribe. If you're not already, you've been missing out on a lot of epic Bronco content. We've been traveling across the United States doing a bunch of wheeling, so you definitely want to tune in. I'm only going to ask once, and there it is, guys. Become one of the horsemen. We would be happy to have you. But without further ado, let's dive into this topic that is sure to ruffle some feathers in the off-road community. Today, we will be comparing none other than the 2021 Bronco Sport to my 1976 Ford Bronco. Well, that was a little embarrassing. Let's try that again. To my 1976 Ford Bronco. Sport gets the first win. It starts up. My 1976 Ford Bronco. Woo! Yeah! Alrighty, guys, now before we rock and roll with this video, I do just have to make it very clear for all of the potential haters across YouTube that there will not be any performance comparisons in this video. I know a lot of you guys want to see a head-to-head battle, and that video is coming. It's just not in this video. This video is more entertainment. It's more for the soccer moms, and we all love soccer moms, so I don't know what else to say to get you guys to stick around for this video, other than we're gonna have a lot of fun. So let's dive right in. To start off, we have 3 to 4 categories that we will be comparing between each of these. The first being real life situations. So grocery shopping, loading your dogs, getting gas, all of this stuff. And I would like to just put a disclaimer out that all of this was asked for. So this is all stuff that you guys wanted to see. So we're gonna be doing all of that. We're gonna hit the road and see what kind of fun we can get ourselves into. Mall crawling commence. All right, so the first obvious stop to compare is a gas station. Premium. Just kidding. Not in California. Gas is way too expensive in California for premium. So the first obvious fault of the pit bull, my 1976 Ford Bronco, is I can't just leave this thing hanging here. Whereas in the Sport, you just do the little latch thing and go to town. I got to babysit the pump. Which is fine, you know, gives my forearms some work. Whereas with the Sport, you can go run inside, snag a Coke or a Red Bull, whatever your heart desires. The other thing, very important thing, especially talking about gas, to note is the miles per gallon on the Sport versus my Bronco, which the Sport we've seen get up to 30 miles a gallon. With the old pit bull here, let's just say it runs on the old smiles per gallon, and I get a lot of those. The last thing to highlight here at the gas station is the fact that the Bronco Sport has a 16-gallon tank, whereas my Bronco has our M1A1, which is a 23-gallon tank. So the fuel stops may be just as frequent. Again, this thing gets 30 miles, and I have no idea what that gets. But with that said, let's hit our next stop, do our next comparison, and see what kind of stuff we can figure out there. All right, the next portion of this comparison video has to do with getting dogs into the trunk, which this part was a very highly requested part of the video. So I don't know what people are planning on doing with their Broncos, but they wanted to see how easy it was to get dogs in the trunk. So go get it. Go get it. Okay, you get it. Come here. Get you. Go. Go. No. Here, we'll put the whole bag in there. Go. Get it. Go. Come on. Come on. We don't take our dogs anywhere, so I don't know how to put dogs in a trunk. Come here. Come here. You stupid dog. Let's go. Come here. Come here. Come here, you stupid dog. You're embarrassing me. Got you. Got you. Boo. If you plan on putting your dogs in the trunk of your Bronco, it is that easy or easier, and I'm not even going to attempt it in the pit bull because I'm exhausted. For those of you guys that wanted to see that, there you go. Let's get to our next destination. All right, next up, we are gonna be going through a drive-through. Why? Just to show you guys some of the stuff I have to deal with driving this beast. And we're gonna see which one the drive-through attendants like better. So, it's all mall crawling stuff, you know? Real quick, I would like to interject that the rest of the channel, for anyone that is new, a lot of good rock crawling videos. You know, we're usually not out here driving the streets, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you got a sport. So, anyways, I just had to say that, I had to get that off my chest. Because of how the air works, once we hit this wall, it gets way louder than normal. And most of the time I have to turn this thing off for other people's sake. That Tesla turned up its window. Just did that out of respect for other people. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
I'm assuming this thing's pretty loud.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I gotta turn it off.
Turn it off, man. I was like, dude, what?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad sometimes, but there's nothing I can do. The muffler actually fell off. It used to be quieter.
For real?
Yeah, I mean, we've got that one tagging along too, so.
I don't feel like a man driving this car, to be honest.
Which one do you like better?
Honestly, because I got the EV myself, I can go with the EV.
There you go, with some air conditioning.
Yeah. This one's
Yeah.
pretty dope as well, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Alright, man. You have a good rest of your day, right?
All right, man, you too.
Sure.
He likes the sport better. Hi, how are you?
Peach Mango?
Yes.
Are you guys vlogging?
Sorta.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, all right, we'll see ya. All right, so in this ongoing saga of mall crawling, the mall crawling exhibition match, we will call it, that's 3 wins for the Bronco Sport. I guess this 76 Ford Bronco is just not very good at mall crawling. And we've got one more destination to just kind of show off some of the lifestyle stuff. So let's hit that, and then we'll head back to the shop and talk about a few more key factors in this ongoing match. That's some mall crawling right there. Look at the articulation on this thing. Let's go get some groceries. And yes, people asked to see this. I'm not gonna stay parked like this. I'm not a jerk.
Oh, we almost forgot the most important thing.
To the pitmobile. All right, so at this point, I really don't know what you guys want to see, except for you put groceries in. Here we go. Highly requested, highly requested video. Alrighty, and there you have it, grocery shopping in a 1976 Ford Bronco. Crap. I forgot the most important thing. Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?
What? Alrighty guys, again, I have no idea why you wanted to see that, which is why I didn't take it very seriously. The Sport is definitely the easier grocery getter. So, but this wasn't built to go grocery shopping. This was built to take on the trails. Luckily, these real life situations aren't the only thing that we're gonna be talking about in this video. We're gonna go back to the shop right now and hit on a few more points, a few more categories. And but as of right now, we're down 4-0 in the exhibition match. So let's see if we can score some points back at the shop. Boom! So here we are back at the shop. For those of you guys who have been watching the channel, you may not recognize this room. This is actually like the back shop. Shop's totally crammed, doing a bunch of stuff over there. No biggie, stay tuned because there is some awesome stuff going on in there. But we're here to talk about the next category in this competition, and that is the coolness factor, the most important category that we have. Now, to start it off on the coolness factor scale, we've got the new 2021 Bronco Sport. What makes this thing so cool? Well, first off, it is a new vehicle, which automatically makes it cool. You know, you got a lot of creature comforts and stuff stuffed into this thing. You've obviously got all of the heritage throwbacks from this thing, all the Easter eggs on this thing. It's got GOAT modes, which if you guys aren't familiar with GOAT modes, it's literally I don't know, a dial for beginners that puts you in whatever mode you want to be in for the type of terrain. Go over any terrain. You guys have seen it everywhere on the internet. So all of that stuff makes this thing so cool if you're into that type of stuff. But when we come over to a 1976 classic Ford Bronco, we've got a V8. We have got four-wheel drive. We've got a solid front axle. We've got bunch of Wild Horses parts, which makes it automatically cooler. We've got 35-inch tires, 23-gallon gas tank, EFI. We've got 3.5-inch lift. I'm basically just listing off all the specs of this Bronco, but pretty much everything that any Bronco enthusiast wanted in the new Bronco. Here it is right here. This thing is totally custom. Obviously, you know, the thing about Broncos, the classic ones, is we've always said that no two are the same, and I think that's just what makes this thing so freaking cool. But one thing we do have to keep in mind is, first off, this is the Bronco Sport. It is not the full-size Bronco that is coming out. We do have some of those coming on the way, but don't tell anybody, that's a secret. But the other thing too is this is a base model. So we've done a few modifications to it, but essentially this is the lowest of the low on like all of Bronco-dom. You know, maybe the Bronco 2 fits somewhere close to that. You decide which one's at the lowest of the low. And but this is pretty much the lowest on the lame scale, to be honest. I'm sorry for all you Bronco Sport fans. Then again, you know, this thing did just win the first 4 competitions. I win the coolness factor, so maybe I'm taking a few jabs at this thing. We're gonna move on to the next category, and that is creature comforts. Okay, so as far as creature comforts go, I think we all know who's gonna win this one, but we're gonna go ahead and list off the creature comforts that the Pitbull offers. First off, we do have a heater, and yes, it does work along with the defrosters. We've got electric windows, which obviously the doors are off right now, but that makes it 10 times cooler. But I do have electric windows. I've got power brakes, and that is a flex. I've got power steering. I've got windshield wipers, a removable top. I got a back seat that flips down. I've got a power tank. I got seating for 4. Yeah, it's an automatic. All those things make it very comfortable. As far as the Sport goes, it has all of the above except for the removable top. And instead of 4, it has seating for 5. And it comes stock with air conditioning. It's got a backup camera. All of the gauges work, which none of my gauges work. This thing has cup holders. The noise is great, which we demonstrated in the lifestyle category and storage space. So all creature comforts, and you know, that make this thing very, very cool, very comfortable. For all of you guys that are looking for a comfortable rig, this might be your guy, because it definitely takes the point for creature comforts. But again, because I won the coolness factor, that is all that matters. There you have it, guys. That is pretty much our Sport versus classic Bronco video part 1. Now, if you guys don't remember, I mentioned that we will be doing the fun stuff. In case you didn't pick up on this video, this was a complete waste of your time, but we do thank you for it. Real quick before we end this video, I do want to talk about some of the modifications that we will be doing to the Sport and also to my Bronco, because that was requested. So we do have a set of beefy mud terrain tires that we put on the Sport. We officially have a 1-inch lift on this thing. We blacked out the top, blacked out the door just to make it a little more sleek. That's pretty much all we've done to this thing. You know, we plan on doing a little bit more, but with the Sport, it's not like the big Bronco where it's a lot of modularity and versatility. But we'll be figuring out some more stuff, you know, again, having fun with it. For those of you guys wondering what's going on with the pit bull, by the end of the year, I definitely need to get a full roll cage in there. Obviously, I need new tires. I am working on that. Stay tuned. We've got some sick stuff in the works. A bunch of other upgrades. Again, that list can fall all the way to the floor, and it costs a lot of money. So I'm not quite there yet with some of the stuff that I need to do to this thing. But I'm just like you guys. We're taking it, building it one stone at a time, so to speak. So anyways, guys, again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. If this was a complete waste of your time and you're mad about it, make sure you dislike it and leave a nasty comment down there. If you like the video, leave a nice comment. Tell us what you think of the Sport versus the Pit Bull. Tell us how you think your Bronco would stack up against this thing. And if the coolness factor is something important to you, then I like you. I like you a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. With all of that being said, we'll see you guys out there on the trail. Peace!